We're getting serious today on the Big Brain Time Debate podcast. We got Kyle, we got Jared, we got Ira, we got Joey, we got me. And you know what nobody expected? That the vice presidential debate would include a fly. Who would have thought? It's really groundbreaking politics. And we're going to debate whether or not that fly should be the next president of the United States of America.
I believe the fly should be considered I'll explain more later.
Nah.
Okay. I kind of want to know where everyone's going to settle before I choose a side.
I'll go pro-fly as well.
I'm getting my counter evidence.
I'm anti-fly.
I was going to go with anti-fly as well.
I'll go pro-fly.
All right, 3 against 2. The fly should be able to run because he made America happier on Twitter than any politician has in the past 5 years. Because I'm like trying to be like fair to both sides here, and like let's be real here. The fly is like the happiest anyone's ever been after.
I'll say this: it's the happiest I've seen anybody on Twitter.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Is Twitter?
Twitter is a cesspool.
Twitter was much happier after this debate than after any presidential debate in the last 5 years.
This is a great time to plug that Twitter now has the Big Brain Time Debate podcast.
Yeah, that's right.
So now they all have 2 reasons to be happy. A fly landed on a man's head, and college students are making a podcast.
Okay. So during the debate, I checked. There's a Twitter page called Mike Pence's Fly. It had 14,000 followers by the end of the VP debate. I'm not kidding. I think it's at over like 100,000 followers right now.
It was born in the right time.
What I would really think would be nice is if the fly's followers surmounted Mike Pence's followers. I mean, how far off are we? I don't want to get too political. Who was the president? Wasn't it like Garrison? Somebody's named Garrison, where he gave a super long speech in the rain, and then he Harrison. Okay.
Yeah.
He gave a super long speech in the rain, and then just like immediately died from a cold.
Yeah, he got pneumonia.
Okay, the average lifespan of the housefly is 28 days.
Yeah.
So we're looking for we're going to get another Harrison inevitably. It's not even going to be assassination. Although if it was, it'd be quite easy. You just need a fly swatter. But even if he's not assassinated, he's going to die in 28 days.
Who would the vice president be?
Well, who's the vice president for a fly?
Here's my thought. So flies, right? Part of why, their species is able to continue even though they have such a high death rate is having a high birth rate. We just pass it on to one of his kids and then one of his kids. We just make it a little 4-year dynasty.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, are there revolving fly first ladies or the same one? No, they couldn't be the same one. The same one would die.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good argument, Joey, but that seems like one of the obvious arguments as to why we shouldn't have a fly as president, amongst the many other reasons as to why we should not have a fly as president.
Is obvious wrong?
No, I mean, it's just...
what's his economic policy? Is it like just trying to eat poop?
Well, I'm saying we have to think absurdly here because, I mean, it's not like I think a fly should be president.
Why not, Jared? Do we need to convince you?
I think you need to convince me.
All right. A fly cleans the streets. He does the dirty jobs no one else wants to do. Donald Trump said he'd drain the swamp. I think the fly would just slurp the swamp up. And you know what? I'm not even talking about metaphors for corruption. I mean, he'll go to literal swamps. He will be endangering the habitats of gators, but maybe we need that,
What?
He's got little wings, he can.
How about instead of just disturbing the gator habitat, we have him directed to specific habitats where mosquito populations are known to reproduce at high rates.
Yes.
Nobody cares about mosquitoes. Not even environmentalists care about mosquitoes. So
That's true. That's true.
we send
That's
him
fair.
to we send him to mosquito swamps to help reduce the mosquito population.
And as I believe Barack Obama or Michelle Obama said, when they go low, we go high. And who
Michelle
can go
Obama.
higher than a fly?
Number one, he's dead very quickly. He's a fly. Even though you're four-year dynasty of just I don't know how many flies, probably a fly a month, I guess. But so that's like 12 flies. But number one, fly's gonna die quickly. Fly can easily be killed very quickly. Flies ain't smart. Flies is pretty dumb. They only react to the swatter coming at them, really, or anything else trying to kill them.
How dare
I mean,
Frogs
this fly
kill a
did
fly.
make a Twitter profile.
It's true, but frog can still eat a fly. What if a frog ran against him?
So what? A bear can eat Donald Trump. Does that mean we should elect a bear over Donald Trump?
No.
I mean, I think we should, but
But moving back on, so a fly. No, I don't think a fly can provide what we need because a fly is only really looking out to survive for itself for its 28 days of life. It's trying to eat, breed, die. That's all it does. So I don't think a fly would have my best interests in mind. But you know who would have my best interests in mind and who I'm going to set up as a candidate here. If I can get the picture. I don't know if you all can see. Oh, you can't see. That's sad. But Snoopy. We should elect Snoopy for president.
Ooh.
He could potentially live out a term.
He's a good writer.
Very good writer. Smart guy. But that's what Kyle
good
says.
writer. He has a lot of skills.
War
a
experience on the Red
War
Baron.
veteran.
Yeah, veteran.
But what I'm saying is why focus on a fly when you can have way better alternatives?
The fly already has political experience. It was in the VP debate.
Yeah, but what were his positions? He just landed on Pence's head.
I actually think there may be a position because, the fly has shown a habit of landing on not just, heads, but particularly Mike Pence's head. And I mean, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I didn't read this whole article since I literally just opened it, but I'm pretty sure that houseflies vomit and poop on stuff a lot. And so, if that's what he's doing on Mike Pence's head, I think his leanings are pretty clear.
So what you're saying is that he's a perfect fit to be in a presidential debate because he can't help but just be just throw insults at people.
Look, man, the insults can't get too much lower than vomiting and pooping on somebody.
No, you're right.
I mean,
So what we're saying is he's the perfect politician.
Absolutely. So
Well,
basically,
I think the best.
I'm voting against the fly, Kyle. Don't.
I know.
The best reason to vote for the fly is that if the fly ever seems sad, then people can say, America, your fly is down.
Yeah.
We have 5 minutes left till Zoom kicks us off, so we have to make some closing points.
Like I said, I think if we were voting for something, way better alternatives than a fly because a fly is weak. Fly does not do really anything except think for itself. So I don't support a fly.
Has the fly said much for itself on Twitter? I haven't checked since.
yeah, the fly supports gay rights.
Okay. Just throw that in there casually.
All right. Joey?
Where do you
Snoopy
fall?
fly.
Sorry, I was just caught up in these tweets. I think I'm still gonna have to land on not a fly, just for his own poor behavior, pooping and vomiting on people's heads. But you could get worse theoretically.
Well, that concludes this episode of Big Brain Time Debate Podcast. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go watch The Fly starring Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.